Hello, this is Joshyblogz. What the heck? Hold on one second. We are examining the contestants on a reality show, examining the death of, examining the circumstances of the death of, the manager of the show, I think you could say, the showrunner. Looks as though she may have been murdered or possibly an accident by things falling on her, by debris falling on her in the accident. Her legs were stuck under the collapsed steel frames. Oh, that's gross. Do-yoon looked back at her. There is only a narrow gap between the floor and the frames. Her legs were also snapped at an unnatural angle. Her trousers were stretched out as if they had been pulled on. Is she trying to pull herself out? It's as if they're worn out. She must have struggled to get out. Why didn't we hear her? Was she not calling out? Can we get rid of this debris? The three of them tried to lift the steel frames. Why did Ju Young wander off in this direction? Like we were in the middle of a conversation and then she went over here. Well, probably because she was having a panic attack and she had to leave and be alone for a second, and then she found the corpse. Her legs were caught between a steel frame and the ground. The torn part of her pants indicate that she struggled hard to get out. Ki-sung let out a deep sigh. Somebody murdered her. I mean, I think we would have heard it if we were all here. If she were murdered, why would she have not made any sound? Maybe she was far enough away. Like maybe we only heard Ju Young because she was screaming. But I mean, she probably would have been screaming too. She would have been screaming louder than Ju Young. Ju Young, can you make the call? All right, sorry. I don't need to read that. All right, call. Those who were standing back focused on their own watches.
혹시 전화 안 되는 거예요?
잘 안 되는 것 같아. 잠깐만.
Oh no.
신호 끊어지는 것 같은데? 여러 시 하면 더 안 될 수도 있어. 밖이 난장판이라 통신이 됐다 말았다 한댔거든. 취재진, 구조대, 구경꾼까지 미어 터진다고.
여기서 몰라도 밖엔 사람이 많았군요.
이게 구경거리라는 거야? 어쩌면.
According to the rescue team, the outside seems to be bustling with reporters and bystanders. Frowning, Ju Young lowered her watch.
연락 안 돼. 다른 사람도 해볼래?
Nobody, including Do-yoon, could make the call.
전화 우리끼리만 되는 것 같은데요.
이래선 의미가 없어. 이딴 짓을 시키고선 연락을 씹어? 뒤로 알리면.
Right, good idea.
반장했냐?
Shut up, Sale.
PD님 돌아가셨다고 아주 광고를 해라.
Because people need to know, man.
그런 넌 무슨 대책 있어?
There we go. Do you have a better idea, Fish?
당장 연락할 필요는 없어.
Yes, there is.
나중에 다시 해봐도 될 거야.
Okay, yeah, that's true. Maybe we just tell him
그래요.
later.
연락될 때 전해주면 되죠.
그치만 PD님을 여기.
You might be right. There was a loud boom and the whole place began to shake.
머리 가려!
조인아 시켜!
An ominous noise screeched out from the bent steel frames. All sorts of debris rolled across the floor. Tremor gradually began to subside. Jo Young brushed off the dirt from her hair and clothes. Jo Young.
다 지나갔나?
더 무너지는 건 아니겠죠?
Yeah, me too.
누나, 괜찮아요?
참아보고 있어.
Anna patted Jo Young on the shoulder.
무대 아래는 위험해. 구조대한테는 연락될 때 얘기하고 위로 가자. 이나야, 그치만 이대로 두면
Yes, we can. We don't want to die.
네
Jo Young.
생각만 하냐?
멍청아! 우릴 생각하니까 이렇게 말한 거야.
What are you talking about? Let's call them before moving out. The phones are not working. Agree with her.
무대로 돌아가는 게 좋겠어요.
이대로 가버리잔 말이야?
We have to.
난 도윤이 말에 찬성해.
Nice.
여긴 너무 캄캄해. 자네라도 떨어지면 보고 피하는 거야.
Everyone held their breaths at the creaking of the steel frames.
생각이 갈릴 만한 얘기란 건
I know
알지만
some. Okay. Sorry.
조명이라도 비치는 무대 위로 가는 게 좋을 것 같아.
맞아. 떨어지는 거 못 보고 맞기라도 하면
피디님처럼
Yeah, exactly.
어쩔 수 없는 건가?
The group reluctantly headed up to the stage.
연락은 가서 계속 해보자.
Right.
구조대가 오면 다 끝나요. 전부 좋아질 거라고요.
Yep.
버텨야 돼. 남은 시간 동안
Deep down, Do-yoon couldn't agree more. However, a sense of oddity during the inspection of the corpse. This mysterious feeling of oddity never went away. Victims found. Communication started 0:08 8 a.m. or 12:08 a.m. Now you can use the phone app on the smartwatch. You can call any of your friends and your contacts. If you successfully make a call event occurs. There are a lot of different effects that can occur, so don't forget them. Only one call event is available for one communication. You can't call another character immediately. If a call event doesn't occur because your connection fails, you can still call someone else. Alright, maybe I should save the call event for the end. Actually, maybe I should get the call event out of the way. In any event, let's do a quick save on a new slot. Not that I really need to. This is chapter number 2, right? Victim found. There's an exclamation point on my fader. Are there any info? Seems like I'm not getting in trouble for using fader, so I should just go ahead and use it. Sungyeon Shin was so impatient, never waited for approval, was always acting and so stubborn. Was always about action and so stubborn. She'd always fly off the handle as if her orders weren't followed properly. We nicknamed her Bossy. Yeah, it's possible Sale would have killed her. Angry at Bossy. One of Sungyeon's coworkers said she was passionate but bossy. She often pushed things forward without permission. The construction company illegally cut costs on construction materials and labor. I reported it, but I got fired. Don't believe what the staff are saying. A construction worker insisted that some staff members intentionally covered up the shoddy construction of the B-Star stage for some reason. Store photos or evidence or videos of the accident site in a safe place. You might need to hand them in to the police as proof. Videos or photos of the accident may have to be handed over to the police for future investigation. A dead person was discovered, delaying rescue operations. Huh, interesting. Rumor has it that since the casualty was discovered, the rescue operations could be delayed. The rumor is spreading on Fader with no exact source. Isn't this me? Jihan? This is me. Couldn't call or contact. Alright, people are sending me messages. And Minso told me to check out Fader. We're all heading there in Ixun's car. What on earth is happening? I'm sorry, it's my fault. We're on B-Stars. Masquerade. Oh, the Masquerade band is asking. All my Masquerade guys are texting me on Fader. It's not because of the others. I had it coming when I said I'd stay in B-Stars. Oh, what do you mean? Why is that your fault? I have no idea what that means. Yeah, I don't understand. I really don't understand. I feel like they should explain. Juyan Kim, the drummer of Masquerade. He had no reason to blame himself. What do you mean? Why is this your fault? If I left our band when Wusuk came up with our record deal on the condition of my leaving the band, we wouldn't have gone through all this B-Stars trouble. Oh, snap. I didn't realize that. I can't believe I ended up in this mess because I couldn't let go. Anyhow, our band is about to fall apart, and you might continue to be a rock musician, even changing the music genre. I wonder why you didn't abandon us back then. But it was just the beginning, not the end. Through Wusuk, the vocalist of the band, the talk about making a record deal with a major agency began to yield progress. But Do-yoon discovered just before signing the contract that it required replacing some of the band members and changing their genre. Do-yoon strongly opposed it, and there was some conflict within the band about it. He decided to check for new mentions later. Kye-sung and I went to the same middle school. He didn't have a filter in his brain, but was not a villain type at all. Yeah, I'm sure. It's just his character in the game. But he's playing it to the bone right now. One of Kye-sung's middle school friends said that he used to be mischievous, but he was never ill-intentioned. I believe it. I don't think he's like a bad person. I think he's just pretending to be a bad person. Which is kind of similar when you think about it. If you won't stop pretending at any point, it sort of doesn't, it's not that different, you know? Alright, let's check out more of Fader. No, I have to check it out from my phone. Okay. So we'll just go through all the phone stuff. When we get to the phone app, we'll make calls. Network traffic sharply decreased with calling, texting, and other network functions. I assume there's probably nothing in this area. So, thinking maybe more mentions of this. I apologize. I'm trying to think of something to say. I'm failing. We're almost done. We're getting there. I could have tried reading some things on the way through, but that would only slow it down. All right, so I'm pretty sure they're not adding anything new on these parts. So I'm not in the future. I might recheck confusion on the next go around when a new subject is added. But other than that, I'm gonna probably just assume there's nothing new, unless they give me an exclamation point or something. Messenger. The signal is weak. Jae-sung can send text, but the signal is weak. Signal's weak. Signal's weak. Hey, throw you in hand. I'm not gonna answer? Can I answer? Who's plug hole? Hey, are you throw you in hand? Huh. It seems like I can't answer though. Right? For now it's not letting me go on Messenger. But somebody named Plughole is messaging me. I entered the chat room, but I can't in the chat room I can't actually do anything, which is too bad. I don't understand the purpose of this. Alright, I think I probably don't have to use it for now. It's just like some extra color or whatever. Okay, let's check out our Berry Star rank. Alright, it hasn't changed since last time. Memo. Okay, so his watch, in his watch, Q's watch. We got more stuff to look at here. Collapse. V-star, stopwatch. Wait, oh, I went through the whole thing already, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Alright. There's not really that much to look at here. Oh, we got new stuff. B. Right. He's got family. Sales Chang. Humiliation and knowledgeable. More question mark. Sung Yan Shin. The body was found near the corner of the stage, class stage. The famed producer's brilliant career was going in a flash. Damn it! I was hoping she'd be alive, and she'd be an interesting character to add to the mix. I'm Do Yoon. I'm sounding well. All thanks to you. I hope to see you soon in good shape. Okay. That's fine. Let's just leave it like that. Alright, let's start calling somebody. I feel like I've been failing with Sale Chang. Maybe giving him a call would be nice. So I'm going to start with Sale Chang and Ju Young. My two weakest people. I don't know if that's really smart. Maybe I should focus on the people that do like me and mastering that. I think I'll just go through. I'll go left. I'll go through down this way, and eventually I'll get to Sale. But we'll try Ju Young first. We got a call event.
이름 떴어. 전화는 왜?
사실은 테스트예요.
We got a phone event.
역시 우리끼린 잘 타지나 보네.
바깥이랑 잘 돼야 하는데.
어쩔 수 없지.
누난 좀 어때요? 견딜만 해요? PD님도 그렇게 되고 마음에 걸려서요.
공항 때문이지? 솔직히 그래도 이렇게 전화할 만큼은 돼.
정말 안 좋으면 말해주세요.
알겠어. 일단은 견뎌볼게. 더 무너지기라도 하면 우리도 진짜 위험해져. 일단 살아남은 사람들부터 수습해야지.
네, 그걸 최우선으로 생각해야겠죠.
그래, 그렇게 하자.
Nice. Okay, my sanity went up from that. Nice. And now I can't make another call, right? Not a good time to make a phone call. I wonder how the others are doing. We'll talk to them. Okay, record. There's nothing to do in record, obviously. Settings. Right, there's just the ringtone and theme, right? Something new on theme? Oh, I think I just haven't gone through it yet. Because I didn't save after going through it the first time. Alright. Alright, so we should do a quick save. Why not? Over the current slot. No, over the current slot, yeah. Alright. Okay. They put Jo Young front and center, which makes sense. Right now she's the center of attention on this one. So let's start with Jo Young. Alright, she's not gonna enjoy talking about this stuff. The first time I saw the body. Alright, we need to talk to her about finding the body. Troublemaker. Casualty rumor. Okay, so the only thing we need to talk to her about is the body. The head wound. Alright, let's do this.
그때
Feel nervous. It was obviously pinned under the steel frames. But the head wound, I didn't see it because of her hair.
아무래도
I only saw that she had a head injury when I got close.
그러고 보니 왜일까?
What do you think messed up her hair so badly? She struggles.
그게
She must have shaken her head frantically.
그렇구나. 확실히
Probably had her head up and shook it before getting hit on the head. Jo Young nodded with a grim expression on her face.
괜찮아요?
Nice. I'll be careful. I think I can understand what her thoughts were like when she struggled. It could happen to any of us right now.
누나.
Please be careful.
네.
Let's get out of here safely. Okay. Okay. She was lying a bit slanted on the ground with her face down, her tangled hair covering her face. Alright, we got a detail. Okay, so I talked to her about the important stuff. Anything else I want to talk to her about? Data delivered. Videos, photos, accident may have been handed over to investigation. Troublemaker. One of Hye-sung's middle school friends said that he used to be mischievous, but that he was never ill-intentioned. Casualty rumors that it has it that since a casualty was discovered, the rescue operation could be delayed. I want to talk to all the important people first. I'm curious to talk to him about his thing. I bet he might have a reaction to this. Well, I think...
아, 참.
Good grief.
그랬어.
He claims to be your middle school buddy.
알아.
Yes,
어?
even when the post was the only thing you could see?
그렇다니까.
Hye-sung kicked the floor. He caused some trouble, but he wasn't ill-intentioned. I was quite popular until I was in middle school.
아니라고.
Are you having odd thoughts about me because of the part where I used to be a troublemaker?
아니야. 그래.
You know, there's always that mischievous kid in every classroom.
그렇지.
It was the same for me. He was a troublemaker in middle school, but he had many friends because he didn't mean to harm anyone. He was just a joker that you'd see in every class. Until I went to high school. Alright, well, that didn't give me too much, but I got a new piece of information on him. That's something. Not so sure if the photos were taken properly. Data delivered. I don't think there's proper footage. All
그래도
stage. I'm under the collapse. Under the collapse. I bet they've just put it at the floor. Yeah, seems right. Hye-sung stared at the other side of the collapse site. They all look broken anyway. Should we secure some evidence here? Yes, we should. We can take pictures of the current crime scene. Or rather, you can, Hye-sung.
그러면
Like some photos of the collapse site? Rescue team will come and see for themselves. Why would you want to take photos of this godforsaken place?
혹시
They might need some evidence for their investigation. I didn't know you were the type to plan out your future.
생각해봐.
Uh-oh.
아니라고.
Investigators? We're just accident survivors. Hye-sung shook his watch.
그래서 뭐?
Suggesting I take photos with this, I refused. And it would suck to get my watch confiscated for evidence. Oh, what a dick.
그래도
Well, in that case, I would have to give it up. But hopefully it'll be okay to delete my personal photos first.
괜찮아?
I could just look at their backup photos from the cloud. I'll still have access even if I delete them from the watch. Nice. I really can't relate with someone who's not using the newest model. Backup. Hye-sung's watch can be used to transmit files online from the cloud site. Since the photos are backed up in the cloud, it is okay to delete personal data from the watch. Sung-yeon's legs. Yes, he's the one who loved Sung-yeon, I think, possibly, or at least was friends with her. Yeah, kind of terrible.
그랬었지.
Yeah. This might sound weird, but I hope she died instantly from the debris, so she wouldn't have had to suffer. Hye-sung. Let's not mention the torn parts. Her pants were torn. She tried to free herself for some time.
아니.
The ends of her pants were damaged. I think it's a sign that she struggled to escape for some time.
알아.
So Yoon, I have eyes, you know? I'm just hoping she struggled for too long.
그래.
Yeah, let's hope she did. Yes. My head was spinning until just now. When I saw Sung Young, my head just went blank for a moment. That's natural. No, it's not just that. He cares about Sun Young. She couldn't free her legs from the steel frame on her own. The tear marks on her pants indicate that she was awake immediately after becoming trapped. Let's talk to Inna, who had the great idea of moving off to the stage and not getting killed by falling debris. She seems important, and also someone who didn't like Sung Yeon as much. Okay, so we're gonna talk to her about the body and the hand. The hand seems like the most important evidence. When I first saw her, it didn't even seem.
그랬었지.
Got close to her. I was horribly wrong after seeing her hands, legs, and head.
그게
Only a few pieces of small debris on her body.
아무래도
진짜야?
Huh? Top body was clean. Under her? It's a sign of her struggle after falling down. The debris was there before she fell down. She must have fallen on top of the debris.
아마도
That's why all those debris are underneath.
잠깐.
I can understand that. Right on top of her body.
그건
The debris fell.
그렇다면
Most of the debris were under her already, and the ones on top must have fallen off.
그런 것 같아.
야,
It's we're not solving a quiz here. It's more scary now that I figured out the reason. I think I picked the wrong one. I should have said it's a sign that she's struggling, and then I would have her respect for me. If I were in the same situation, Anna, don't think too deeply. The collapse is over. We just need to be careful.
그런 거야?
Is that what you want to believe?
그래.
I want to and I have to. Reaction keyword. Beneath her was a pile of concrete debris. At the back of her body was relatively clean, which means she struggled to free herself. These right or wrong questions aren't easy. They can be tricky. Fortunately, my rapport with her still seems good. Let's talk about the hand. Oh, the hand, right? Her hand.
그거는
There's a wound on her hand. Yeah, the back of her hand, right? It's on the back of her hand. Why the back of her hand?
어?
What do you mean, why?
그게
I did some thinking after hearing that. About why she got hurt on the back instead of on the palm of her hand. She had to protect her head.
그건
Was she trying to protect her head? She must have covered her head with both hands. That explains the wound on the back of her hand. There was no blood on the palm of her hand. It was clean.
그래.
Right, that's exactly what I thought. You said the ends of her pants were under the steel frame were damaged.
그러면
She was trying to get out.
아니었어.
That wound on the back of her hand, it wasn't a scrape or cut. It looked as if she got hit by something.
그렇다면
Meaning she was conscious until she got hit on the head. I'm just speculating here. That's fine. Although, she had a large mark of her head as well. Cover out for help. Why don't we hear her? All right. Okay. I think Julia Min is my favorite person right now. I'll probably try to do investigation with her at some point, but let's move on and talk to each person about their special thing. I want to talk to them about this. I'm curious about that one. Maybe we can get that one out of the way. Okay. Collusion. A construction worker insisted that some staff members intentionally covered up the shoddy construction of the B-Star stage for some reason. Also, yeah, did they plan this? Also the debris. Where did that come from? Let's talk about the debris first.
그런데요.
아마도 그랬지.
When the audience area collapsed. That's the only debris here. Not really. Anything else? That was the only piece. Seal averted his quivering eyes from the chunk of concrete.
그게요.
Had many enemies. She once told me as a joke she was afraid of getting... She once told me a joke saying she was afraid of getting stabbed in the back someday. Huh. Do you think this building will collapse even further? Are we going to end up like Seongyeon? We'll have to be extra careful. We're getting out of here alive. I feel like optimistic seems like the good option. But maybe maybe he'll respect this more. I think he needs to be calmed down. Let's go with this one. We'll get out of here alive.
아니야.
We rode out the crisis as long as we're careful. What? He didn't like that? You sound very confident. We still have a long time until the rescue team arrives. Okay, I gotta remember, Seal is very cynical. He doesn't like optimism. He doesn't like positivity. We can't even call them right now.
있잖아.
Seal, we came back to the stage. Seongyeon was in the audience area below the stage.
그래도
We have lights here, and the ceiling is holding. Seal hesitated and let out a sigh.
그래요.
You're right. What good would it do if we burrow ourselves into the ground? It'd be unlikely for us to get hit by falling debris like Seongyeon did. Although we can't certain about that if this place collapses further. God damn it. Man, hire some English-speaking writers. This whole game has been like that. This is like, that's the worst one I've seen so far, but the whole game, like all the dialogue's been like a mess. The only thing that could have caused the fatal injury is the blood-stained piece of concrete. It must have fallen from the ceiling. Yeah, but somebody picked it up and smashed her head with it. I think. Or did somebody drop it from high up? I mean, that... I don't know. That seems unlikely. I knew words would get out. Collusion, right?
너무 나갔어요.
I guess some people will get arrested for taking bribes.
그럼
사실은
Illegal to change the building structure without reporting it. Even if it was Seongyeon's orders, things might have turned out differently if everyone had opposed it.
근데 그게
The executives had meetings with construction companies, gave their consent. Must have made a deal with the construction companies
그렇죠.
because they were getting something out of this deal. There was corruption involved regarding the changes to the building. You should have stopped them from starting the construction. You should have reported it. That's not going to make him like me more. It's got to be the other one. Couldn't you have objected more forcefully? Was the executive's decision absolutely final? Either way, I'm accusing him. This one seems nicer. It's a nicer way to put it. I think in this case, since it's an accusation toward him, it's the nicer of the two. Either way, he probably won't like me.
있잖아.
You couldn't keep up your opposition to it? Was the executive's decision absolutely final? Yeah, he didn't like that.
끝까지.
You've seen it all along. If Seungyeon and the executives made a decision, it had to be carried out no matter what.
그게 알잖아.
I've experienced it ever since I joined the show.
그런
We're just staff members. We had no choice but to obey orders.
아시겠어요?
We were the ones who had to make things happen once a decision was made. Sarah let out a sigh while staring off somewhere in the distance. The number of seats, lights, and walls were changed to suit her taste. I can't even remember the details. I hope the rescue team doesn't get confused when they arrive.
아무래도
I'm sure someone told them about the differences. If not, the construction company might have taken the blame. Might have to take the blame. I just hope the rescue team is able to find their way in. Okay, one of Kaesung's middle school friends said that he used to be mischievous, but that he was never ill-intentioned. Yes, this is gonna piss him off. Let's talk to him about the troublemaker. I mean, I'm gonna do all the conversations eventually, so I want to get the personal stuff out of the way. I don't know if he's really a school friend.
그런가?
That's what the post says.
그거야.
Anyone can claim anything on Fader, whether true or not. He could be a school friend if you look at it in a positive way, but at the end of the day, they're all the same, right?
어?
What's that even mean?
한마디로
He's a punk says he's a friend of a punk.
그래?
Then why would you cover for him? Even writing a comment to support him. Hell shit.
말하자면
He acted like Kaesung's blood brother when Kaesung became popular. He's just denying it because he's been in the downturn ever since the scandal. I'm not one of them. No, it's just self-defense. Yeah. I was gonna piss him off. I'm doing all the dialogue anyway, so I'm not like avoiding any subjects. Wow, there's 3 left. I've talked to everybody. Did I miss something? I guess we'll try talking to Gyu-hyuk Lee. The debris what we found was... What do you think is going on out there? Okay, there's 2 more with Gyu-hyuk, but then I don't know where the last one is to be found. So that should be interesting to try and figure that out, because I think there seems to be 1 missing. Maybe I need to uncover it through other dialogue. But let's start with the debris. The debris we found was...
그건
The debris by the head. It was a chunk of concrete.
그게
It probably fell down from the ceiling.
그랬지.
It was covered in blood.
그래.
Yeah.
아무래도
Looks like the direct cause of death was... the steel frames that crushed her legs. No, the debris that fell on her head, obviously. Did it really fall, though? Being hit on the head by the debris. It must have been the fatal blow.
그래.
Yes, there's no doubt about it. although her legs were crushed under the steel frame.
그래도
That alone wouldn't have been enough to kill her, though. Yu-hyuk fell silent. His face was pale. His eyes were on the other side of the area where Sung-yeon was found.
괜찮아?
I mean, she was struggling for a while. I don't know. It feels... I don't know. Maybe I'm not quite seeing it.
괜찮아.
I just felt nauseous for a second. I'm fine. I'm sure it's gonna be a murder or something, right? Yu-hyuk turned back to Do-yoon again. I guess everyone agrees that the cause of death was being struck by that piece of debris. The debris struck her in the head. Seems to have been the cause of death. Her other injuries are relatively minor. Alright. And I know the next one comes from the crowded site. What do you think is going on there?
대체
Just how crowded is it out there?
아무래도
There's probably a huge crowd of reporters and bystanders. What are they trying to see? The collapse site? People getting hauled away? Maybe both. Yu-hyuk looked up at the ceiling. There was only darkness above.
도윤아,
What are you worried about the most? Rescue delay, obviously. Unconfirmed rumors might spread. Rescue delay, obviously.
나는
맞아.
Me is
그럴까?
the people out.
응.
Sale doesn't have his phone, right? Supposedly he doesn't have his phone. I should have tried calling him. Sale doesn't have a watch. Oh yeah, so I can't call him because he doesn't have a watch. But I think maybe if, yeah, I thought maybe if I tried it, I could have tested the theory. You know, call anyway. See if it starts ringing from someplace else. Alright. So. I can't find the final conversation point. I must have missed it with somebody, maybe. Either that or it's buried somewhere. That's interesting to have that if the forward point, I'm kind of hoping the forward point is buried somewhere. I need to talk to somebody to uncover it, because that'd be interesting. That would make the game more challenging. I kind of suspect that that's not the case though. There it is. Yeah, the head injury. Okay, there we go. This is the last one. I just missed it. That wound on her head must have been what killed her.
그래.
It was on top of her head.
그래.
Right. Do you know what that means?
어?
What? The meaning of her injury being on the top of her head. Haesung nodded as if he was waiting for Jo-hyun's response. Her head was up, right? Yeah.
그건
If she was lying on the floor with her head face down, the wound would have occurred on the side or the back of her head. Right, she was holding up her head. I don't want to think about it. Jason licked his parched lips. Sung, don't think too deep.
괜찮아.
You only need to answer the questions when the rescue team gets here.
아니라고.
I can't just make it go away and not think about it. Jae-sung scratched the back of his ears with a pale face. The fact that she got hit on the top of her head while holding her head up. That means Seung-young was conscious until the last moment. I don't want to think about it either. I want to shake off these kind of thoughts. She had a fatal injury on the top of her. She was hit by debris while her chin was raised. She must have been conscious until the last minute. Okay, there we go. So, with R1, I can skip forward. Oh, it's my... Alright, so let's go with that. Okay. Sung and I, the best. So, like the case, he's gonna want to solve and fully positively to talk about the stuff. Status report. He's overjoyed with me. He loves me. Bossy. How could someone time like they all kept their mouths shut before.
그래.
It's certainly to bring, but it was only a matter of time before this blew up. Just yeah. No, maybe I'll just finish this conversation and take a break. Yeah, that sounds better. So I'll finish this conversation, I'll save, and then I'll quit. Yeah, sounds good. Right, only a matter of time before it's blew up.
아니잖아.
Anyone who had worked with her knew about it.
그래.
Yeah, they all had it easy back then. Bossy or not, they only stayed quiet because she was doing so well. Oh, he's mad at me? Nothing has changed. I bet they thought they could get something out this by bringing up this issue. Or they're planning on putting the blame on her if someone has to take responsibility for this mess. Well, I mean, she is dead, so... Jae-sung crossed his arms and huffed.
그건
Nobody knows about Seung-yeon yet. If people find out about it, that person could face strong headwinds. If that's the case, I hope they face the storm and get completely blown away. Alright, I want to talk more to Hae-sung, but we're going to save for now. Whew, this is tiring me out. Anyway, see y'all next time. Please like and subscribe. Successfully saved. Alright, and now I'm gonna... What am I gonna do next? Oh yeah, well, we're calling it. But next time we'll be asking Seung-yeon about the debris. That stupid debris! Very intense. Very intense. Damn it! It keeps coming back to me. Jae-sung drops his pale face.
그랬어.
There was blood on it. Yep, there was blood on it. There certainly was.